My, feels like I've been asleep for years. I suppose you're wondering what this is all about. I remember your aunt being just as surprised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Arbitrix. I am the master of the table and a prodigious teller. You, my friend, are about to embark upon quite the adventure. I hope you're ready. The storm came out of nowhere. The ship is on its way back to the biggest port in the Crown's Islands. Its voyage has been a success. The substantial treasure on deck was, let's say, acquired by 4 scoundrels who hired the ship for their venture. Who are they, you ask? Pick them up and see for yourself. This is Hammer, a violent thug who's really good at solving problems with her ironclad fists. If you want to know more about a scoundrel, place them on one of the flints on the table edge near you. This one calls herself Nuna. Don't ask where she got her heretical and very illegal powers of dark sorcery. Introducing Horatio 9 Lives the Thrice Blessed. The swindler came up with that name himself. Thomas Turlinger, the apothecary. A genius of experimental potions with a rather questionable clientele. As the storm swells, Captain Frost abandons the wheel. As they're there at the rails shouting nonsense into the wind. The crew aren't happy. "They've bewitched the captain!" yells First Mate Barnabas. "And brought this storm upon us! We must take the ship for ourselves!" This is mutiny. A band of heroes would try and talk the crew around, but these are scoundrels. The best way they know to end a mutiny is to put it down. Hard. Time to fight. Each turn, you must spend all your yellow power pips to move, attack, or rest in order to defeat your foes. Move your scoundrel next to a foe. If you move too far, you'll begin to expend their power pips. Play this card on an ally within range to expend power pips and give them a boost. Play this card on a foe within range to expend power pips and attack. below to join the fight. These mutineers were supposed to help your scoundrels return to civilization with their ill-gotten gains. Now it seems they're attempting a little skullduggery of their own. Another sailor comes on deck. Looks like the whole crew is in on the mutiny. The scoundrels will have to defeat them all. The fight is nearly done. Hang in there. Play this card to expend the rest of your power pits and fortify your scoundrel. control of this ship. There's a lot going wrong, and all your scoundrels will need to pitch in if they want any hope of surviving this storm. Try to choose the best scoundrel for each task. The more stars they contribute, the better. Place them on the skill checks and see for yourself. The captain has abandoned the wheel. Someone strong needs to steer the ship through this storm. Play this card on the skill check to attempt it. Take and roll the die to find out if you succeed. They hold the wheel steady briefly, but as the ship lurches in the gale, they're thrown painfully to the deck. The rope is about to snap. Better get someone smart to tie a better knot. And then the rabbit goes back into his hole. Yes, they did it! The cannon's not going anywhere. The mast is creaking ominously. Someone fast needs to climb the rigging and trim those sails. Oh, success! They nimbly climbed up and trimmed the sails, slowing the ship and saving the mast. Well done! Captain Frost is waving that pistol around with a mad gleam in her eye. Someone needs to talk sense to her. She lowers her gun. The storm. I heard it, calling out to me. My ship. Save my ship. Or at least die trying. Something was influencing her. Something in the storm. But there's no time to worry about that. You've done all you can for now. The ship's as safe as it can be. And just as well as a giant wave is about to roll over the deck. Brace for impact! I've always wanted to say that. Unfortunately for these scoundrels, there are only enough safe handholds left for 3 people. One of them is going to be washed overboard. The question is, which one? It's up to you who fails to hang on. Once you've made your decision, pick them up and throw them overboard. Gone. Deep beneath the waves. Only 3 scoundrels left. Knowing them, their first thought is that this means a larger share of the treasure. There's no time to mourn or celebrate. You've survived. But your ship's badly damaged, and you're not alone. That's the Sunfish, the personal vessel of Solomon Sanko, governor of the Crown Islands. Ooh, he's taken a battering from the storm. Though, it's still in better condition than your poor ship. Wait, those aren't sailors. They're orcs, the most feared pirates in these seas. The governor and his captain are tied up on the deck. The orcs clearly don't want you interfering with their plans. Prepare to be boarded. Good thing you secured the cannon. Now you can use it on the orcs. Must have hurt. The cannons blasted away one of the orcs. free Governor Sanko, who is very grateful, and Captain Starlin, who is embarrassed he wasn't able to escape his bonds in time to help.
Your ship's in no shape to sail. You should come with us to the capital,
offers the Governor. The Governor's right. Your storm-battered vessel is headed to the bottom of the ocean. It seems the scoundrels have no choice but to bring their precious treasure aboard the Sunfish.
Excellent, says the Governor. Take the cabin next to mine. When we get to Half Arch, you shall be properly rewarded for your bravery.
Capital and largest city of the Crown Islands. Home to fishers, traders, smugglers, artisans, privateers, and scoundrels.
Come with me,
insists Solomon Sanko. The Governor is determined to make good on his promise. Later that day, after a feast in his estate, the Governor surprises the scoundrels with something they never thought they'd experience: fame and glory.
All hail the heroes of Half Arch! Thomas Turlinger, brilliant apothecary dedicated to helping others. This is Hammer, warrior of true conviction and strength. Nuna the Wise, who protects us with mysterious powers. Unfortunately, our heroes can't stay for long, so let's drink in their honor. Without further ado, let us begin the Heroes' Celebration!
The heroes, leaving already. As a shame. May we meet again in equally joyful circumstances, Captain Starling says before excusing himself.
I hope you had a pleasant evening. The heroes of Half Arch are always welcome in this city,
says the Governor before he's called back into the hall. After a round of farewells, the scoundrels slip away. Though they've lost one of their number, they've gained a second chance. They agree to split the treasure equally and go their separate ways. Time for your award. Choose a new ability and it's yours. The Hammer shoves a few bars of solid gold into her rucksack before leaving Half Arch. She doesn't know what her future holds, but she's never been one for making plans. Thomas appraises the treasure with a keen eye, weighing his options before scooping several stacks of coins into pouches and leaving Half Arch. Choosing a deceptively humble pouch of precious gems, Nuna slips the treasure inside her sleeve before leaving, hopefully to a remote, peaceful island. And with that, the treasure chest is empty, and our scoundrels, heroes, go their separate ways, vowing to put their scoundrel days behind them. And they did. Well, at least for some time. Years is a long time. Long enough to build a whole new, quieter life. Tonight the scoundrels return to Half Arch for the first time since that day.
Over here.
It's Governor Sanko.
Quickly, we may be watched.
A figure darts from the shadows and stabs the governor. This is very bad. You must find out why the governor summoned you. The governor is barely conscious and gravely wounded. Your scoundrel tends to him as best they can. A city watch patrol. This is not good timing. More city watch. They must have heard something while on guard duty on the West Dock. That's not good either. And then there's the governor's mysterious assailant. They're getting away. 3 problems. And only 2 of you left. Make a choice, quick! Perhaps your scoundrel can talk the officers into heading back to their post before they spot the governor's body. Your scoundrel blurts out that the governor is just fine, which just makes the officers more suspicious. They push past and see his body. Your scoundrel will have to be fast to chase down the assassin before they get away. Your scoundrel darts forward and grabs the assassin's robe. Suddenly there's a bolt of lightning, and the assassin vanishes. Whoever it was, they have magic. The governor coughs awake.
I thought if you were going to kill me, Hammer, you'd do it with your own hands. Oh yes, I know. About your past. About all of you. And soon everyone else will too.
And he takes his last ragged breaths. A quick search of the governor turns up a map of the islands with several locations marked, each one horribly familiar to one of the scoundrels. No time to wonder what the governor's words or map mean. The City Watch have seen the scoundrels with his dead body. You'll have to fight them off. Off the watch, but it's only a matter of time before more come to investigate the commotion. You need to get out of Half Arch, and that means you need a ship. At the East Docks is the governor's ship, the Sunfish. He doesn't need it anymore, but there are plenty across the Crown who'll recognise it, for good or ill. The scoundrels don't recognise the ship at the West Docks. The guard probably means captured pirate or smuggler. Maybe good for laying low, but who knows who owns it. Whichever one you're going to take, now's the time to choose. The privateer militia, the Crown's navy of authorised pirates, has impounded what looks like a smuggling ship and captured one of its crew. It's called the Sawtooth. The scoundrels haven't heard of it. Hopefully no one else has either. The city watch officers noticed the scoundrels immediately. Hey, where are Terry and Neil? They must have done something to him. The chained smuggler is trying to get your attention. Maybe she can help you. Hey, you want this ship? So do I. Let me free and I'll sail it for you. She seems genuine, and you could pick that lock. Your scoundrel begins picking the padlock. It's tricky, but they're sure they can do it. Another tumbler falls into place. Nearly done it. smuggler's chains drop to the ground.
Thanks, friend. I'm Anguilla. But let's save the introductions for after I get my ship back, eh? The sawtooth is free. Now, what do you want with my ship?
The scoundrels explain they've been framed for a murder they didn't commit, and they need a ship to escape and catch the real killers.
On the run, trying to prove your innocence. Never heard that one before and believed it. But, all right, you've got yourselves a first mate. Now, say the word and we'll set sail. Finally, let's get my sawtooth underway. Now, let's be clear. When this is all over, I'll be wanting my ship back.
Once clear of the docks, the scoundrels examine the map they found on the Governor. The marked locations are places from each scoundrel's past, a past they had hoped to leave behind. Let me see that. Anguilla snatches the map. I knew it. This is an old sailor's code on the back. I can figure out what it says, given a day or two. As you sail the Crown Islands, your choices won't just affect you. The consequences of your actions will be reported in the Crown Herald. The scoundrels have been set up, and killing those guards won't have helped their case. You're gonna have to find out who framed you to clear your name. Who was the masked assassin? And who knew the scoundrel's secrets and told the governor? Your scoundrels will need all the help they can get. Go on, pick an upgrade. While the code is deciphered, you have another clue to investigate. The governor's map. Revisiting those places will be hard for the scoundrels, but it's your only lead.